14, school leaving age. For 3 months, I was in a leather factory
Right.
in Holt, near Trowbridge in Wiltshire. And I had to cut not the gloves, because that's a very skilled job.
Sure.
But I had to cut the flip overs
Right.
for the gloves.
Right.
You know, the ones that fasten up. And it seems as if I've always had a pair of shears in my hands. Yeah, that was a very exciting time.
And I was thinking also, you said that when you started doing your dramatic hairstyles, you developed the systems, you were sort of inspired by the innovative shapes and silhouettes of the designers that at the time they were bringing revolutions into clothes, in fashion. And in your opinion, are there any designers who nowadays are bringing a genuine revolution into fashion? Because I feel that, you know, we're sort of copying each other's here often, but there doesn't seem to be a huge revolution like then.
Well, let's put it this way. There's no Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
And Tom Ford has moved into films. It was different then because our whole being was architectural.
Sure.
My heroes were architects, cutting great shapes, shapes into cities, and we wanted to cut great shapes into bone structure. So I wasn't inspired then by many of the designers. You could say Mary Quant, Courage, Ungaro, and a wonderful man from America, Rudy Bernrich.
Oh, right, yeah, sure.
Rudy was tremendous.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I did a lot of work with him and Peggy Moffat with Avedon. And, you know, it's very strange. You're a young kid and you're working with the top echelon and suddenly you realize, wow, look at the people I'm working with.
Amazing, I know.
It doesn't come home to you until later, you know, that, gee, I worked with all these people and they were all top-notch.
I know, it's incredible. You mentioned to me just now the bone structure and the importance of bone structure. There is a chapter in one of the manuals about cutting hair the Vidal Sassoon way that came out at the end of the 80s. There is a little bit about the psychology of hair cutting, and there is a paragraph on bone structure. So how important is anatomy in hair dressing?
How is what you say?
How important is anatomy and knowing the structural...
No question.
Yeah, right.
Knowing, studying faces, studying bones, studying the height of a person before you cut to make sure that it's going to, you know, look well from every angle. So important. It's not just sitting someone in a chair, chop, chop, chop. It's really studying the anatomy of a person you're working on.
And there's another thing that also fascinated me in these manuals that were often printed. There were cuts and hairstyles inspired by dancing, by icons like Isadora Duncan, by artists like Botticelli, Arte, and all these people. Why is it that nobody shapes hair nowadays, getting inspirations from art or from the world of dancing or all these amazing words? Is it like that we're just more into commercial things? I mean, this is like what sort of annoys me, that sometimes we think about hairstyles like, you know, something like, I don't know, like hair, you know, like something that is not relevant, you know, in an artwork. Why do you think that happens?
Well, I think the bottom line profits seemed to be much more important.
Mhm.
When we were working in the 60s, we didn't know whether we were making a profit or not.
Mhm.
We were just incredibly excited about doing something different.
Mhm. Mhm.
I remember one weekend I said to the staff, because we had a salon, Roger Vidal Sassoon at Grosvenor House Hotel.
Mhm.
It was on the street level.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I said, we're staying this weekend. Do you mind? And they all said, absolutely not. I took 2 rooms in case they wanted to rest. And we worked the whole weekend to develop the Greek goddess.
Mhm. Wow.
And that was the cut, the perm,
Yeah, no, that.
without setting.
Yeah, yeah.
And so now, in modern hairdressing,
Mhm.
you know, the people cut and perm, but they very rarely set hair.
Mhm.
In modern salons, of course. In the older ones, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
these exciting breakthroughs
Mhm.
that I had with my staff, it made us into an extraordinary family.
Yeah.
Everybody had all the top people had ideas. Even the youngsters,
Mhm.
I used to look around the salon to see what people were doing.
Wow.
Just in case I could grab an idea from it, and often did.
But that's how it should be, like collaborating with each other and working as a hotbed of geniuses somehow. It's what gave you the chance to collaborate to develop hairstyles also for different catwalk shows, like in Italy for Milachon and all these people. Like
Oh yeah, I worked with Mila in Milan.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we had a very nice relationship.
right.
But you know, if you encourage your apprenticeship,
Mhm.
your apprentices,
Mhm.
the thing is, most people don't realize that they have so much more in them than they allow.
Mhm.
And if they go for it,
Mhm.
that magnetism that's within them comes through.
Mhm.
And they're so much better for it. That's the excitement of growth.
Mhm.
Challenging yourself.
Mhm.